Let's start jamming out! And let's add a custom music disc to Minecraft. If you want to go deeper, the 26.x modding courses are linked down below. 30 plus hours covering complex block entities with fluid and energy handling, custom mobs, custom networking, and even custom biomes and dimensions. Everything you need for 26.x, all in one place, linked down below in the description. Alright, we found back into once more, and in this tutorial we're adding a custom music disc to our Minecraft mod. This, once again, is not as bad as one might think. However, number one, it does require custom sounds, so I do highly recommend checking out the previous tutorial on this. And also, it will, once again, get some custom data gen working, because everything's data gen at this point. It's only going to get worse if you don't like data gen. If you do like data gen, then it's only going to get better, I guess. For this, we will need a new sound event, but not only do we need a new sound event, we need some very strange things, okay? So the first thing we'll do is actually get two helper methods going. The first one is going to be a private static deferred holder of type sound event of type sound event. It's going to look a little bit crazy, but that's the idea. This is the register jukebox song method. All of the code is available to you down below, so no worries there at all. This is going to have the following. It's going to return sound events dot register, passing in the name parameter, and then a supplier of a sound event that create variable range event, and it actually suggests here to us the same identifier. You might say, well, isn't this the exact same thing that we're doing here? Yes, however, it is using or returning a deferred holder instead of a supplier, and we actually need a deferred holder in this case. We'll see why in a second. We'll also have another method, and that is the private static resource key of type jukebox song, and that is the create song method with, once again, a string name parameter over here. We'll just return the resource key dot create registries dot jukebox song, and then the second parameter is an identifier from namespace and path, and it successfully said the exact same thing, or the correct thing, namespace to draw mod, and then the name. And for each jukebox song, or for each music disc, we need two different fields. That is going to be a public static final deferred holder. This is a deferred holder over here of type sound event, comma sound event, and then that's going to be the bar underscore brawl equal to the register jukebox song bar underscore brawl. There we go. And then the second one is going to be a resource key, and then it's going to be the resource key of type jukebox song, and that is the bar underscore brawl underscore key equal to the create song method, and also the same name bar underscore brawl. Make sure that those actually, I believe, do have to match. Very important that that is the case. Having added the two sound events, we can go on to the mod items class first of all and actually create the item, because of course we will need an item for this. This is going to be the bar brawl music disc. So this is the bar underscore brawl underscore music underscore disc right here. Bar brawl music disc, actually correct over here. And then this is going to be a new item, because the properties are actually what determines the jukebox playable, where we'll pass in this mod sounds dot bar brawl key over here. Very important. And usually the jukebox song, as you can see, they're also usually uncommon and only stack to 1. So we can do the same thing, right? So we can say rarity over here is going to be I don't know, maybe epic, why not? And then this is going to be a stacks to 1, because in this case, the jukebox songs or the music discs only stack to 1. Fantastic. Let's add this to the creative mode tab. Otherwise, I might just forget about that, and we don't want that to happen. So that's going to be okay. And that is the bar brawl music disc. All right, let's move on to the data gen. First of all, the ones that we already have. So the first one would be the item tags. And here, what I recommend you do is you put the bar brawl music disc into the item tags of the creeper drops music discs.add, and then here mod items.getRK, mod items.bar brawl music disc.get. There we go. Once again, if you are on 26.1, then you don't use the getRK, you just give it the bar brawl music disc immediately. This way, the bar brawl music disc can also drop from creepers. If you want to have this be added anywhere else, then obviously you will need to do that in some other way. Then we get to the model, which luckily is unbelievably straightforward, because it is literally just a flat item over here for our bar brawl music disc. So very, very straightforward, actually. That's kind of nice. And then we get into some more shenanigans. And the first one is in DataGen, we'll make a new Java class called the mod jukebox songs. This is going to have the following. We're going to have a register method. This is a private static void register method with a bootstrap context. So this is going to get very interesting. A bootstrap context of type jukebox song. There's going to be the context over here, resource key of type jukebox song, which is going to be our key. Then we'll have a holder.reference. We'll import the holder class, holder.reference of type sound event, which is going to be the sound event over here. And then a int length in seconds, as well as a int comparator output. Like I said, all of the code is available to you down below, so no worries there at all. Inside of the method, we'll call context.register, passing in the key, then making a new jukebox song, passing in the sound event. Second parameter is a component of translatable and then passing in util.makeDescriptionID, passing in jukebox_song. Second parameter is going to be the key.identifier. After the third closing parenthesis, passing in length in seconds, as well as the comparator output over here. And then we have the register method made. Like I said, the code is available to you down below, so no need to worry about that. Now we will also need a public static void bootstrap method over here with a bootstrap context of type jukebox song. There's going to be our context over here. And inside, this is where we will call the register method, passing in the context, passing in the key, which is modsounds.barbrawl key. Then this is going to look crazy, but this is modsounds.barbrawl.getDelegate. And then we want to cast this into a holder.reference of type sound event. So this is going to look kind of crazy, but that's the way that this goes. The length is 162, and the comparator value or output is going to be 15 here in this case. So I'm not 100% sure why it's this convoluted, but this is just sadly what we need to do, because the jukebox song is also defined as a JSON file. Yes, in theory, you could just make the JSON file manually, but I basically committed to doing almost everything that can be done with DataGen to do that with DataGen. So that's here where we are. Very importantly here, we want to go to the data pack provider. If you have not added this, you can double check it in the description below in the GitHub repository. This is what we added, the painting variant, which also had a bootstrap method. Every time you hear bootstrap or bootstrap context, you can always remember, aha, this has something to do with a data pack provider. Here in this case, we wanted to call another add right here with registries of jukebox song, where we will call the mod jukebox songs : bootstrap method. This way, now our custom jukebox song JSON files will also properly be generated and added basically. And we are almost done. The final thing is, of course, adding the sound. This once again is just the add call over here with modsounds.barbrawl.get in this case. And then we can use the definition over here. I actually think that that's totally fine. After the first closing parenthesis, though, of course, calling the with sound method and then calling exactly this. This is correct. And after the second closing parenthesis, we also want to call the stream method, making sure that this is a stream. Idea here being that when you are playing this particular sound, it streams, right? So it doesn't, I believe it has something to do with like loading it into memory or something akin to that, but basically it makes sense. I don't know why I did bar brawl with 2 R's. That's kind of weird. Did I make a typo somewhere? No, I guess that was just hallucinations. How many R's are there in strawberry? Exactly. But yeah, now we can add the bar brawl sound over here. It is a normal OGG file. Yeah, we don't want to look at it as a freaking text file though. That would be a little bit weird. And there we go. That is the bar brawl OGG added. Remember, if you have your own custom file, it needs to be a proper OGG file, so you need to properly change it, transform it, and also it has to be in mono. If it is in stereo, it will play in the entire world, so it doesn't matter where the jukebox is placed down. It's not going to decrease in volume if you are, if you move away from it. Of course, we have the sound translation, but we have 2 more translations that we need as well. That is the jukebox_song tutorial mod bar brawl. So this would be sort of the name, and as well as the name of the disk, as well as the name of the person who made this. And I also added the CC0 here for the fact that this is under the Creative Commons 0 license. And then of course the Barbara music disc itself also has a name, the item, and the item of course also needs a texture, which is the bar_brawl_music_disc.png over here. There we go. And that is the whole shebang. It's definitely a little bit more than what might expect for quote unquote just adding a music disc, but there we have it. Let's run the data gen. I believe this should be everything that we need. But I mean, I guess we'll find out quite quickly if it is not. That's 5 JSON files written. And like I said, one of them is going to be the JSON file for the, that's a tutorial mode jukebox song. There we go. That's the jukebox song over here pointing to the sound event. And then of course, in the assets, we have the new sound event right here as well. Absolutely fantastic. That's everything we're going to need. So now let's jump into the game and hear if it works. All right, fans, I'm back in Minecraft. As you can see, the Barbara music has been successfully added to the game. And if I set it down over here, there we go, it is playing, and if I were to now remove myself a little bit, you can hear it getting quieter and quieter, exactly like we would expect it to. And if I go back over here, it gets louder again. Absolutely freaking fantastic. I can also get it out of here. There we freaking go. And that is a custom music disc over here added to Minecraft. Absolutely fantastic. And that's going to be it for this tutorial right here. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to all the supporters on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. Don't forget that if you join as a Stonebricks member on YouTube, you can get up to 14 days of early access, including this video right here. We'll add a custom effect to Minecraft. Hope to see you there. So, yeah.